and abundant blessings to you. Happy New Year. Happy New Day. Happy New all the things. It has been a minute, and all of that ties into what I'm going to be talking about today, which is why this year, 2024, is very supportive for you truly living abundantly ever after. And what that means is that you elevate yourself. You get your heart, your mind, your body, your spirit all in alignment so that you can really manifest, experience, and embody the love, the money, and the life that you desire and deserve. And that's going to look different for all of us. Deep breath. The energy for this year is just beautiful astrologically. I know the past few years, I don't want to say they were rough. I'll say that they were transformative. And I'll share kind of what I experienced in my own personal journey and how all of this is like weaving together for the perfect setup. So, of course, if you went through anything very challenging in your own personal life, it can feel like just the rug was pulled out from under you. And I've had moments like that as well. But when from this vantage point to when I'm looking back, it was not that the rug was being pulled out. It was that the path was being made clear because some things had to go, some people had to go. And in order for them to go, like sometimes we are so attached to what we think we want, to what we think we need, that it has to be stripped away in order for us to go through whatever process we need to go through or grow through in order to realize like that shit wasn't for me in the first place. But anyways, so I shared that 2023 for me was a year of rebirth. It was a deep healing. I want to say in 2021, I could sense like me needing and desiring to kind of step away from social, from the work that I was doing in the virtual and digital spaces. 2022, I was going back to school. I got my license as a massage therapist. Great, love that. And that kept me busy. But I also I needed to step away from social media. There was so much going on. And it was a lot of revelation. So it felt like tower moment after tower moment after tower moment. And for me that year, I think the word that I shared, like when I looked back at the year and what that felt like for me, and the word that I came up with was heartbreaking. And it wasn't heartbreaking in the sense of like, oh, I'm hurting and I'm in pain. It was heartbreaking in a sense that things needed to be ripped away from me in order for me to live, in order for me to breathe, in order for it was divine timing. So having had so many different changing experiences in my life with, seeing people for who they are, with, seeing where I was making progress and not making progress on my own goals, questioning, my creations, my creativity and intuition and all of these things, I stepped away. I wasn't taking any clients and just truly, truly focused on myself. I spent a lot of time at the beach. I moved to the coast for a while, did a lot of healing work, and it allowed me to find myself again. During that time at the ocean, I did this 21 days of expansion journey that I shared on TikTok. And what happened was it was kind of like a slingshot. I call it a quantum leap, where I went from one life, one way of living into a completely different way of living. And because of the energy of this year, it's the year of the dragon. There are a lot of beneficial astrological things going on. I don't consider myself an expert astrologist. There are a ton of them on here. Galactic Hood Buddha is one that I love dearly. Go check out what they're saying about this year. It's really, really good. And so if we can take the hardships that we've experienced and use those as stepping stones or bricks to build the foundation, the container for what it is that you do want to experience in your life, you can absolutely do that now. And so that's what this is all about. For me personally, I had to step away from a lot of people that were in my life. One person in particular was just not, I got to see them for who they truly were. And I was like, all right, I'm done. And I just walked away. And in doing so, like it forced me to look back at some things. And just in general, the last few years, I think for me, I'll say especially the last two, were very much about not only me being able to see other people, but me being able to see myself. And I was able to see some deep shadows, and it made me question things about myself. Like, okay, well, why did I do this? Why did I allow this? How could I have not seen this? And so again, that's where a lot of the healing work came in, and I'll be sharing in upcoming videos like what that looked like for me. Also on my podcast, just a lot of beautiful, beneficial things are happening, and it feels really good because there's so much that I can now share with you to help you when it comes to alchemizing heartache, releasing past pain, trauma, and wounding so that you can open up your heart and your mind so that you can live abundantly ever after. But if you are tired of experiencing the same things, whether it is in your relationship, whether it's your thought processes, whether it's the people that you are aligned with at the time, whether it's finances, if you're ready to see a shift in your life, if you're ready to break up with broke, which is just the wounded part of yourself, the part of you that's always in some sort of struggle, in some sort of battle, this is the year to do it. This is the year to queen yourself, to king yourself, and to act accordingly. Because the universe wants to support that. They want to bring, and this is an 8-year, 8 represents abundance among other things. This is a really great year for you to align with your passion, with your purpose, with your soul family, and manifest love, manifest the money, the success, and all the things that you really desire to see in your life. And so that is what I've been setting myself up for in the past year or so. I'm getting back into doing more spiritual healing work alongside massage. Although I'm so busy with work, so I have to shift my schedule around so I can create space for readings. But because of what I experienced in past relationships and things like that, I truly desire to center my work around love, healing, and relationships on this particular platform. So that's what we're going to be talking about. If you know me, I'm the spiritual love healer. I'm always talking about love as energy, as a frequency. So we will dive into that so that you can get a deeper understanding of why you attracted like low vibrational relationships, karmic connections, and things like that, and how you can elevate yourself out of that and recognize the patterns also so that you can see people for who and what energy that they are on, and then allow you to navigate that. So yes, we're getting into all things love and relationships, and of course I'm going to sprinkle in a little bit of magic with that, a little bit of manifesting and all the things, because it's all related. One of the things that I noticed and realized is that abundance, when we think about abundance in general, that includes love and money. They're very much so interconnected and intertwined. So as you elevate in one, you'll tend to elevate in the other. So it's just natural for me to talk about both. But yes, this really is the year, and peace and blessings to you. I am grateful because when I look back at everything that I went through, at everything that was revealed to me about the people that I didn't need to be connected with, about my boundaries or lack thereof, like I said, it forced me to look at my own shadow stuff and heal it. Because it was like, yeah, like, no, this is no longer part of who I am. And it was very beautiful. So when you are able to do that work and to alchemize your own inner wounding, it fortifies you in such a deep way, and it just sets you up to win, because you're moving through the world with a different perspective, with more protective energy that allows you to be open. You become more magnetic because you're no longer operating out of fear, out of the deep need to always stay guarded and protected because of the big bad scary world. Like, the world, your worldview changes. And yes, there are very real and traumatic things that are happening in the world, but it's just different. It's, you see things differently. It's hard for me to explain it. But this is the year. So if you're ready to create shift in your life, if you are ready to release the pain of your past, whether it's from lack of self-love, whether it's from toxic family, whether it's from horrible partnerships, whether that's friendships or romantic, then definitely stay here with me, because I have a lot to share. If you've been in narcissistic or otherwise abusive connections, you'll definitely want to stick around, because I have a lot to share about that too. I am so happy and grateful for this new energy that has already started. Before 2023 even ended, I was already like manifesting things that I wanted for my life. And I was just blown away at how fast things are coming in, which means it's vital for you to keep your emotions and your thoughts in alignment with what it is that you desire, instead of worrying about what could happen or doubting that those things can come in. So if you can release the worry and the doubt and not sabotage yourself, you'll be in a very, very great position to win at life. Yeah, like, I've already seen myself go, like, just these different levels that I am scaling up really fast. I like to call it quantum leaping, where it's like going from one life into the next. One dream manifested, then another dream, and then another dream, and another dream. And the next thing you know it, you're just in your path, and the abundant life that you always dreamed of living, you're in it. And abundantly ever after, that was kind of coined because, I was thinking about, like, I didn't just want to be happy. Like, I wanted it all. And so that's what abundantly ever after is. It's about experiencing an abundance of what in your particular life. That could be an abundance of love, of money, of friendship, of travel, of connection, of bliss, of health, of success, of wealth, of whatever, of dancing, of singing, of performing, of whatever it is that you desire. So everyone's abundantly ever after is going to look different, but it really is just about you being able to live the life that you've dreamed. And for many of us, it stems back to, like, our childhood. Like, what did we want to do and be when we were little? And for me, it's art. Like, I used to love painting. I had an art studio. So that's something I've been really wanting to get back into. Photography. I love taking pictures, which is why a lot of times I've never, like, even when I was growing up, I never took pictures of myself. I was always taking pictures of other people and the things around me, because I love photography. And as well as, like, movement, I was always moving my body. So I'm like, why are these things that I loved so much no longer in my life? And so it's allowing myself to experience that, to allow myself to create and do the things that I want, because I deserve it. And there's this energy of having to get to the place of where you believe you trust and you have faith in the fact that you are here to live abundantly ever after. And that's what I believe for each of us. I don't believe that anyone was put on this earth to struggle, period, in any aspect of life. I feel like that is very much a human / societal conditioning. And yes, all of us are here with our own things to resolve in this lifetime. But when we can do that, when we can see things from a different perspective, not necessarily a human perspective, then that opens you up to seeing like, okay, these are lessons. And so if we can shift out of this is happening to me and into this is happening for me and look at things from a different perspective, that is what has helped me to heal a lot of things that probably should have completely taken me out. And it's because I have a different perspective on the things that I've experienced. So I'll be talking more about all of this. I just wanted to say hello, to reach back out, and also to apologize for kind of just, and not that I owe it, but I feel called to say, like, not that I, disappeared or wanted to leave anyone hanging, but it's like, there are people who depend on me, who count on me. And so I am here and I'm committed to staying in this work. It's something that I can't separate myself from because it's very much a part of who I am and how I live my life and what I do, what I believe. And so I am here. My inbox is open. If you have questions, let me know. There's so much that I want to share. Last night I was up just making a list of all the things. And so this is one of the things. I do want to probably take notes and talk more specifically about why this is the year to live abundantly ever after. I will say that the energy is beneficial for financial success and for harmonious relationships, like finding love. And I don't mean that love that we've been seeing. I'm talking about spiritual love, where you are actually connecting with a genuine person who is here to love you, not run games, not play games with you, not manipulate you. Someone whose heart is also open. There was something else I was going to say and it just slipped my mind. Oh, what was it? Okay, I was talking about manifesting money, loyalty. Loyalty. I did a reading for the overall spiritual love forecast for 2024, and what came up was the loyalty. And that's not to say that this year, and what was interesting is there was a lot of challenging cards that came up. So just because the energy for this year is good and beautiful for relationships, we still have to use discernment to make sure that someone is aligned for us. If you don't feel good around a person, that's a clear indication that it's a no. Sometimes those people aren't just strangers that you meet or someone that you swiped on Tinder or whatever. Sometimes it's family. This is not the year to let parasites, leeches, viruses, things and people that want to siphon your energy to take hold of you, because the energy is good. That means your aura, your light is bright. And so you're going to be attracting people who want to take that good energy so that they can use it for themselves. If you've seen, like, I've been covering my head for almost a year now. Like, it was very clear, you need to cover your head. So, like, covering my head. But that also doesn't mean that I'm going to be afraid to meet new people, to go out and to have fun and to do things. It just means I'm going to be very aware of how I feel in certain spaces. I'm going to make sure that my energy is where it needs to be, that I'm clearing and cleansing so I'm not bringing other people's stuff inward with me and things like that. So just be mindful, because there will always be shitty people. Always, right? No one is ever really going to come to you and be true about truthful about who they are or what their intentions are, especially if they don't have good intentions, which is why those people who are those women should choose better, like, irritate the shit out of me. There's a video on here somewhere, or either on my podcast. I think I put it on the podcast too, because it was just like a whole rant. Like, those are my least favorite people, because how dare you? Anyways, that's a different conversation. But yeah, so again, just being mindful, using your discernment, keeping your energy clear so that you know when something is off. And if those are some things you would like me to talk about more, I can absolutely do that, because part of the healing journey for me was like all of these energetic things. All of it's connected. All of it's connected. And so for me, my spiritual journey has been healing, and it's what has kept me grounded, what has kept me safe, what has continued to keep me at peace, even in the midst of storms. And I'm grateful for it. So this is a year for us to live abundantly ever after, and I would love to guide you to that. So I'm Jovhannah Tisdale, the spiritual love healer. I am a massage therapist, a spiritual healer, an intuitive tarot reader, here to help you alchemize pain, trauma, and heartache so that you can transform your life and experience the love, the life, the money, and all the things that you truly desire and deserve. If you would like, you can visit my website. There's a lot of different offerings there. Like I said, my schedule is a little packed right now, but there are some days where I'm available for readings. I also have a course. It's $27. It's called Energy of Love 101, Introducing the Frequency of Love. That is the most distilled way that I have translated what spiritual love is, and it really helps you understand your relationships, why you may be attracting a certain type of person. It's a great start, so check that out if that's something that you are interested in. I also will be opening the Loved community soon, where it's like a monthly membership, and we'll be doing a lot more work where I can dive deeper into healing tools, talking more about the 4 types of relationships, which are low vibrational, karmic, the good relationship, as well as spiritual love, and more of the spiritual aspect of dealing with narcissism, abusive individuals, and things like that. So there's a lot coming. I'm really grateful, and will continue to show up for you through readings. I'll be doing a Momspiration reading for any moms, especially single moms, which is where Momspiration was birthed from. A spiritual love forecast reading, so you can kind of see what's going on with the frequency of love, as well as other things that I'm working on. One of the goals that I have for myself this year is to publish my book, Healing Single Mothers. That's something that I started working on, I believe, in 2019. And it's time. So it's mostly complete. I do need to go through and do some edits, and maybe I'll go ahead and just publish, and it'll be the first edition, and then I can go back through it and come out with another edition that's a lot more in-depth. But I have a lot of writing projects on my to-do list. So I said for myself I was going to focus on my massage work, writing, and tarot readings for love, healing, and relationships. So that's kind of the 3 things that I really want to do this year. So this is my start showing up here. I love you. I love you. I love you. I honor you. I am so grateful for this platform, for this space, for you being connected with me, for your ears and eyes landing on this video. And I look forward to elevating with you and seeing you live your most abundant year yet. Mwah. Many, many blessings. Until next time. Peace.